तक माँ शाबाशी नहीं दे तब तक समझ लीजिए कि कुछ नहीं किया।
Good evening to everyone. ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಇದು ನಮ್ಮ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು. It's really heart touching, and I do understand the role of a woman because she's a mother, she's a wife, and she's also a career person. It's very hard to balance my own experience, your family and your work. But some people are fortunate. In my case, my parents were downstairs, I was upstairs, so I could do better. And all these women did not have that. Hello, Kesutta ಈಗ? Okay. And it's not easy for a woman to do her career with children. And she requires a good family support. I always say that behind every successful woman, there is an understanding man. Otherwise, she can't do it, including Pallavi Joshi. You really require a very understanding husband. And in this film, the children were small, but they will be proud about their mother, what she has done. And for common man, we know they won't understand what is co-vaccine, what is this. But this movie clearly shows the effort, the kind, it's not just work, it's a selfless work these all scientists did, so that they spend their maximum time in that period, so that we all can live in a democratic India happily and healthy. That's a very important message I realized. And this, I agree. I will always have a discussion with Mohandas Pai. Thousands of years we have been slaves. So we have lost our identity, our courage, our capacity. We have tremendous potential and we are not unleashed because we are always worried we will not be able to do. Many people say we can't do, okay? And we can do. That is the difference. We can do. Not only in medical field, in any field, we can do. And that we should believe in ourselves. The beauty is not in the dress or the money or the makeup or what. It's nothing that. Your beauty of a person is in the courage or in the confidence what we have. There's a very famous shloka in Sanskrit, Keyurana Vibhushayanti Purusham Harana Chandrojula. It says, in general, it is not hara what you wear, it is not the kirita, it is not the dress. If you have Atma Sanman or Atma Vishwas in you, that's the real beauty. And that's the real asti, and that's the real money. And that you have shown here, that the real wealth is in our confidence. Please unleash your potential, all Indians. Be ethical, hardworking, and be proud that you are Indian. Be proud you are Bharatiya. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Okay, COVID time, I want to tell a little bit of COVID time. Everyone said we got bored in COVID time. Actually, I have a doctor sister by the name of Dr. Sunada Kulkarni. She's sitting there. We lost seven relatives in COVID time. With all the tears in our eyes, we worked relentlessly for 14 months, admitting the people, including their final rights to that extent. And that time I realized what it is to be a Vaisudhaiva Kutumbakam, that every patient was ours. Whatever I could do, every patient we thought is ours. And 4 a.m. to 12 in the night, we used to follow up only on the phone. And I'm sure thousands of people have done much more than what we did. Thanks to Infosys Foundation, that time I was heading, and our volunteers and our doctors, and they dedicated our book to all doctors in COVID, and many of them died, I know, in the whole process. So I've seen death in front of me during COVID time, losing our close relatives, losing our doctor fraternity, but ultimately they sacrificed so that we can live happily. And today's work I attribute to all those people who lost their life saving others. Thank you very much and good night.
Thank you. I also want to invite two people here who have been great support to me. And not only that, one of them actually this entire India Can Do culture He has been. I want to invite Mohandas Pai and Prakash Belavare here. Mohan, please come.
We did not have PPE kit. We had 5-6 we got imported, but we wanted thousands. Then we ripped it open and we traced one tailor in Bhatkar and got 1,500. Started with that, and then we made almost more than 10 lakhs kits, I suppose.
Right.
Okay,
That's
then-
amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah. Give it to Mohan. When Mohan speaks, nobody can speak.
One is important for us to know how you found the film. And from Prakash also, he's my creative partner.
I found the film to be very gripping
Yeah.
from the beginning till the end. There is not a moment when you felt lost.
Yeah.
You're always imagining what will happen next. And it has been filmed very well. Thank you, Pallavi. Thank you, Vivek. And on your behalf, I want to thank Vivek for bringing honesty to our narratives. Creating the Kashmir files. He showed the world what happened in Kashmir. The cruelty, the destruction, the homicide, the murder, and everything else. The cold-blooded murder of Indians that happened. And everybody kept quiet. And despite it being called propaganda by a lot of people, similarly in the movie, the Toolkit Gang, who called it propaganda, it went on to become a hit because the Indian people want to know the truth. And thank you, Vivek, you showed us the truth. Thank you, Pallavi, you showed us the truth. The truth is not in JNU. The truth is not in Jadavpur. The truth is not in Jamia Millia, Delhi. The truth is all over India and in the hearts of every Indian. And lastly, you again showed us the truth about the vaccine wars. Thank you, Vivek, because it's a labor of love, it's a labor of a great Indian who wants to tell Indians the truth. Because he's shown us what happened during the vaccine war. We never knew many of the details. And we were shocked, we were scared, but India rose to the occasion. With nothing, India created those PPP kits, those testing kits, those ventilators, and everything else. And every Indian rose to the occasion to protect every other Indian. And we all came out of it together like no other country. Even today, China has not solved its vaccine problem. The Chinese vaccine doesn't work, and the China shut down the country for about 3 to 4 months, maybe I think 2 years, continuously, if I'm right, because the vaccine did not work. They bought over the WHO, they paid money to WHO, the details are there. They bought over the WHO. In the United States, they bought over the media supported them, the Democratic Party supported them, and the CDC chairman supported them because they're all bought over, the data is there. Now they're going to have criminal case against them, hopefully. And I think that's a global conspiracy, but India stood up. And I want to thank you, Vivek, again for showing us the real story and the truth, because all Indians deserve to know the truth. Thank you, Vivek. Thank you, Pallavi.
Thank you, Vivek and Pallavi, for having us here. I want to talk only about the filmmaking part of it. It's very difficult to do a science film. One of the reasons why you'll have to think about it, you have to think about another Indian film, which is a science film. It's very difficult. And to create a narrative of a science film based purely on facts, with data that is precise, like the journalist asked the question and Pallaviji's character answers that, and to make it an interesting human narrative is really difficult. We saw what happened with Chandrayaan, and they're celebrating the women who were in it. And this is a very good development. And I think this film has come at the right time for many reasons which I will not elaborate, but it's come at the right time. And I'm really proud to be associated with this fantastic couple. Thank you very much for this film.
Okay, so I know it's very late, but in the end, I just want to make one appeal. If you have liked film, if you have liked little bit of this film, please make sure you show it to your mother. I promise you, she will thank you for that. But take a pledge with me today. We talk a lot about women empowerment. Please take a pledge. You will buy one ticket at least for your mate. Because when she's also somebody's mother. And when we think about women empowerment, we generally forget about them. But I believe if you buy one ticket, if they feel confident. And if the voice comes from here, then it will reach everywhere. The problem is women empowerment, madam, I think, always comes from the top and we preach what it should be. So everywhere we have gone, everybody has taken a pledge, they'll buy at least one ticket for the maid servants. Will you do that?
Yes.
Thank you very much, and I'll appreciate. I'll be obliged if you can initiate that process. If you can just tell people, everybody's inspired by you. Your one message, entire India will buy one ticket for them. Thank you, madam. It's late, I know. We have to go. If there's any question, I hope a film should answer all the questions. Still, if it hasn't, yes, I will take a couple of questions and then.
Film has a lot of English dialogues. Maybe you should have one Hindi subtitle or a regional.
Yeah, we have subtitles for all languages. We have English also.
Even for Hindi also, you should have a lot of English.
We have done that. Yes, sir.
My name is Sharat Ahuja. I've retired from the Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. I just want to tell you that one of our colleagues, Professor Raghavan Vardarajan, continues to work on a thermostable vaccine, not just for the coronavirus, but for all respiratory illnesses. The war is still on and we are ready.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Proud of you.